Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys all had a really good holiday and a really good start to the beginning of your year. Today, I just kind of wanted to take a moment to talk a little bit about Call of Duty and some of my thoughts on what's going on with Season 1. Right now, I gotta say, I'm having mixed feelings about the game. There are times where I hop on and it's really, really good. I enjoy it, I have fun, even solo queuing, I can just hop in and play. And I feel like I can get like 3 matches in a row that are like just super fun, super solid. And then something happens and my SBMM kicks in, and maybe I get like teammates that none of them drop like more than 9 kills. Like every one of them is like single digit kills, and then I've got like 30 or 40 kills or something. And then same thing for the other team too. Like there's one dude on the other team who's got like 44, 43 kills, and then his teammates got like 13 kills and 10 kills and 8 kills. And it's like it doesn't make any sense. It makes it feel like I'm queuing for like a 1v1 or 2v2 with like bots sprinkled into the game. And it just, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me because it makes the gameplay feel really like stale, I guess. Everyone in the lobby is pretty much predictable except for like 1 or 2 people on the other team. And it just makes it feel like I'm playing in the wrong bracket for skill-based matchmaking, to be honest. It's the equivalent essentially of like in Rainbow Six Siege, you're playing as like a diamond and you get queued up, and there's a diamond and an emerald on the other team as well as like a fucking silver and like 2 coppers. Like that's essentially what's happening, and that's not really like a good game for the diamonds or for the coppers. Like, I mean, it's like games that are just too easy, games where you just pop off like that. Like it's fun, but it's boring. It's incredibly boring. Like having a challenge, having somebody who's good on the other team, that's definitely it's more fun. I feel like being in the lobby where everyone is good, like my teammates and the enemy team, that's what really elevates the gameplay. That's what really pushes me to get better. And to be honest, like there's none of that right now. I'm hoping ranked will help with that. I know skill-based matchmaking wants like multiple people from like different skill levels to participate together, and they want the fucking noobs to see what kind of skins the higher level players have and all that stuff. Like, I get it, but for a user experience, for just casual matchmaking, I think it would be better to have no SBMM or incredibly minimalistic SBMM for pubs and just super heavy SBMM for ranked. Like I would love to be able to grind ranked out, get into those diamond lobbies or whatever rank, and know that not only are my teammates going to be good, but the enemy team is going to be good, and I'm going to have to actually like sweat. I'm going to actually have to like put that work in. There's nothing like that right now in Call of Duty. I understand that ranked is going to be coming out, and I'm hoping that soon it will be like that. But fundamentally, there's no point in having a ranked mode and then super heavy skill based matchmaking in pubs as well. Like it just, I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense. Pubs are not ranked. There shouldn't be skill base affecting how you queue in that, in my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. Could be totally nonsensical, but it just to me doesn't make any sense. I feel like if Call of Duty does offer their ranked mode, it would be interesting for them to also offer like an experimental mode where maybe there's like no SBMM. I know that they were doing the experimental mode with like the outlines on characters and things like that. Why not just try one with no SBMM? See what the community thinks about it. If it goes good, they could literally just implement a whole playlist for it. If it doesn't go good, or for whatever reason people just absolutely despise it, okay, the community learned that SBMM is necessary and we need to move forward. But right now, we're just pretty much at a stalemate with a company that doesn't, or at least appears to not listen to us. Activision has already said that they plan on talking about SBMM, but they have not. They just, it's been a couple of weeks now into season 1. We're about to get season 1.5, and there's been no topics or discussions regarding this skill-based matchmaking stuff. So I'm not really too sure what Activision is doing. I don't know if they just kind of debated the community into thinking that like we would have a solve or some dialogue around this topic, but honestly it really just feels like this company is purely in it for the money. They're not for their community. It gives bad juju essentially when you say that you're going to do something and you renege on it, or you just back out and you just don't do it. Like that, you can't do that, not to hold good faith at least. And I feel like Activision has a lot of work to do in that department. They could definitely start by, I guess, offering the people a little bit of what they're looking for, and they definitely did do that with Modern Warfare 3. Don't get me wrong, like they changed movement back a little bit, they brought back some nostalgic maps and stuff like that, but I feel like people still want a little bit more. I feel like people don't care for things like score per minute based leaderboards, things like that. I feel like people just don't really care about some of the balancing in the game right now. I feel like some people don't really appreciate the large increase in prices for bundles. I feel like there's just a bunch of little things right now that they slightly like annoy or aggravate the community, and like by themselves they're not necessarily that big a deal, but the accumulation of having all of these things go on at the same time so consistently for so long is just what's really driving everyone nuts, I feel like. I do have to say, like, this game is a step in the right direction. I do think that there's more pros than cons for this game, but I think it is still important to discuss some of the things that are wrong with it. I mean, there's a whole entire discussion on Twitter about how literally you can't see what you're shooting at on mouse and keyboard. I do have to agree. There are certain times where it can be a little hard to kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at through like an iron sight or something. Sometimes it makes it like feel absolutely necessary to run sights on guns, and that's why like in this footage you see me running the iron sights on the Wasp. And there's a few times where I'm like aiming down sights at people, and maybe I'm like going more to the left or going more to the right just because I can't really tell what I'm looking at. Maybe there's too much smoke or just something in the way. It just makes it a little bit weird. That kind of stuff, like the iron sights being blocked by the rear sight, the smoke, the like random particles that fly, like none of that stuff affects aim assist. So a good player on controller who knows how aim assist feels and can literally just move their cursor across the screen, or their aim across the screen, and they can just tell if somebody is right there based on how much it slows down from the feeling of the aim assist. Like, those people will track you with zero problems through any of that debris, through any of those things. Like, there's no winning a gunfight against a good controller player. It takes more skill, in my opinion, on mouse and keyboard to win those gunfights than it does on controller. And this is after about 15 or so years playing on controller. I played ever since Modern Warfare 1 originally came out, the very first Modern Warfare. Played all that on controller up until about 2019 is the first Call of Duty that I ever played on mouse and keyboard. So I do have a bit of experience with both inputs, and definitely like moving to controller on this one is kind of, I don't know, eye-opening. Like seeing the rotational aim assist, seeing how you just need to move the left stick, and seeing how much it can move, like how many degrees it can turn your character. Like, that shit was crazy to me. I never have witnessed aim assist that powerful in a Call of Duty game in that input before. Like, it just, I don't know. So coming from my experience, like, it's definitely a learning curve to try to play on mouse and keyboard against that. But it's not like it's impossible. I'm not trying to say that, like, oh my god, like, we're so at a disadvantage on mouse and keyboard. No. Like, that's not my point. I do think mouse and keyboard is just a better input, in my opinion. You have more precision over it. You definitely do have a whole arm to aim with if that's like your choice. Some people just use their wrists on high sense, but you definitely have a lot more options to how you're going to aim on mouse and keyboard, and you only have about an inch of travel to work with on a controller. So I do understand the need for aim assist, but it's the tuning of it, the strength of it, that just, it's a little too much, I feel like. Again, this is all just like my personal opinion. Take it or leave it. It's probably dog shit, but right now, like, the way that this is in its current state, it's causing a lot of issues. And really, I don't think it would be as bad if mouse and keyboard players could just see what they were shooting at. I feel like the aim assist either should get toned down, or the sway and the visual clutter should get reduced. It should be one or the other. We don't need both of those being reduced. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. If you guys have any opinions, any questions, any thoughts, anything, I'd love to hear it. Hope you guys are having a blast playing this game. And like always, I hope you guys get some really good SBMM in your next few matches. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Changing mags.